Well, we got moved over to the basement job. The name I'm coming up with this or whatever, or how you guys know it. So now some of my clean rock I put on here, I'm actually going to scrape off, because where I'm parked at right now is gonna be like a courtyard area. So I think there's gonna be some concrete in here, and then there's gonna have like some planting beds and such like that. The other courtyard is gonna be almost all concrete, because I guess they're gonna have like additional parking or something in there. But I dumped clean rock over all the dirt originally just because I thought they were gonna have the some of the lumber package or like the floor package brought in, and I guess their framers were kind of tied up, and part of it they wanted to wait till they got the basement floor poured, and that's what those guys are here doing today, is they got that poured. So mixing all kinds of junk with this stuff. So now I'm going to cut out to start digging the footings for the walls for the courtyard. So some of this that I originally spread out when they started on it, it's gonna have to come out. There's just gonna have like a retaining wall look on the outside of it. Now outside of here, this is really confusing how I'm explaining it, but it'll make sense when I get out and show you later on. But basically, I just got to notch the side of this out. There's a blue mark on that concrete you probably can't see, and then everything outside that orange line is going to be, that's where the wall is going to sit, and everything on the outside of there I'm cutting out. That's the far wall, and there'll be a set of steps in there, so all of that earth right there will come out to like the existing grade. But some of the clay I'm going to put in here. I need to get the roller moved over here probably in the morning and pack this in. I'll stay about 2 feet from the concrete walls, and then we will come in here with clean rock and come up to the top of the concrete walls, because I believe the floor of the house is another 12 inches above the top of the concrete. So we can utilize, instead of just using clean rock in this whole thing, we can utilize some of the clay in the middle and pack it in almost like we're building a building pad, and then we'll rock over the top of it again. So I'm gonna try, I think their lumber, their framers may possibly be here Monday. Today is Wednesday, so my weeks are kind of running together already. So I'm gonna do this side first, because I want to stage the floor joists that go over the basement right over here. So I'm gonna try to do this first, get it packed in, graded, all done, and then we'll top coat it with some rock. That way they can set their lumber and stuff here and kind of do some of their work without having to worry about being in the mud. But it'll definitely kind of make more sense and come together when we get like these walls in. You can see all the concrete. made it back over here to, I was over here yesterday for a little while. I don't think I filmed anything because it was like, I got here late, went to look at a few jobs, and by the time I got here, I did a little bit, and then I had to go meet my salesman to, probably should have to come back a little further, sign papers on my dozer. So it's finally official. I purchased the Komatsu D39, and then I got back in the afternoon. The homeowner was here, the builder was here, so yeah, I don't think I filmed much, which I don't know. There's not much I've done the last 2 days. It's real exciting over here. It's kind of been a little bit of a slower go on trying to measure out and mark out where these courtyard walls are going to be. And now we're just kind of running out of space, and this has got more dirt and junk mixed in with it. So we're just going to haul it out of here instead of trying to find another spot and save it, because we got plenty of backfill. So now we're just gonna get this trucked out, and I can finish cleaning this corner up, and then try to hopefully, well, the concrete guy will be here after lunch and can paint these lines out. And then if it shows up in time, I got a 24-inch bucket coming for this machine. It's supposed to be here like lunch or whatever, so we'll see. I can start digging these footings, and if not, I'll probably wait till Monday and bring the 260 back with the 24-inch bucket on it to dig these out, and they can come pour the footings and then start setting their forms for the walls. I think once we get those up, it should make a lot more sense and make it a lot easier for everyone to kind of eye out what's exactly going on over here, because now that, you know, they're wanting to do certain things, or like stage materials and different things like that, and it's like, well, you can't put it there, so we got to put a footing in. Like, oh yeah. So it's just kind of lots of logistics over here is the crazy thing. It's a pretty good sized site, but it's almost like there's not a lot of room. It's just real cut up. And today's Friday, so we'll see how far we can get. I'm probably going to load this machine up this evening, because like I said, I'm over my 1,000-hour service by, it's like 82 hours, so that is what I'm going to do tomorrow on Saturday, is do the 1,000-hour service on the 2150. But we'll carry on with this, and then I'll kind of pick it back up when I get to that other side and do a little cleaning up over there. That'll work. We have made it to our stopping point for today. Got all this kind of notched out, and then they came back over and laid the footing out where it's going to go. So I've just got to hang a tooth to the left side of that blue line, and we'll go down like 16, 18 inches with the 2-foot bucket. And then I painted these green lines. This is where I got to step it down a foot. And yeah, I think there's 3 or 4 step downs, but it'll run down here. And then at 90s, over to here. And it kind of 90s again and jogs out this way, and it actually just goes to that T-post because I don't want to get into that tree. And then it's not on the prints, but I think we're going to add another wall to kind of come out around this stake, and it's probably going to have to angle over there 45 or something. This is going to be additional parking up here, which is not a lot of room. I think it's like 30 feet from the edge of the garage is going to be over, and then this will all be concrete, and like I said, additional parking, so they're going to have a wall probably about where those T-posts are at right there. Like I said, because that's they want to save, don't get around that tree whatsoever. So, and then that'll all tie in, and then I got this all notched out. All these, I think we got 5 or 6 loads of stuff hauled off right here, and then they've painted out. This should be all one level right here. It's probably kind of hard to see. This blue line will come out, and then that one's actually going to be a set of steps to go down, and I'll level all that off. And then It'll jog up here, and then that inside of there will be, there may be like a concrete patio, but then kind of out in the middle of right here, it's supposed to be like a little koi pond and a water feature or something like that. So, and then this is gonna have a wall, like a privacy wall from that corner to there, and there'll be a sidewalk or something, I think. So yeah, hopefully once we get these footings and walls in, it'll make a little more sense. But this is kind of the not super exciting, but tedious work I've had to do here in the last day or two. So now I'm gonna go get the dump truck, come back, get the 2150, and then take it to the shop so I can do the 1,000-hour service tomorrow. So we will just catch you guys then.